Hey, welcome to Retreats at the Wen, and I'm so glad that you tuned in today. So today I'm going to talk about quilters and creators. So people who are doing a lot of cutting and pasting and doing projects that they need space for. So this is the project for the Wen In, W-E-N, and then the In, I-N-N. And this is a small fabulous. It is a heritage site. So what that means is that we've kept the heritage of the building from the 1900s intact. So it is a period building. So this is with some amenities, with some upgrades. But when you come to the inn, it is clear. It is in a small town. It is the original. It is the original hotel that was put up in the early 1900s because of the railroad coming through. So it has an interesting history that all of the innkeepers that have had this, we have all held the torch. So some of that furniture has been there since it first began. So we have made a lot of effort to make sure that lots of things are there and they work. So we have a working Victrola, which is kind of fantastic. And we have the ability for people to really get away. So there's no televisions, there's no, it's in the Root River Valley, so it's beautiful. And it is in a valley. So you're not going to have a lot of cell coverage. You're not doing business there necessarily. There is internet, so you can look things up. And for those of you who are using machines that require internet, it's available. But we are in a small town far away from everyone. And that's the magic. So you want to think about having really 7 to 8 rooms that is what it's going to take to fill that space. Sometimes you have people that are couples, so then you can get the inn holds 29 people comfortably. So if you're doing a family reunion, you have 29 spots. And some of them are for little people because we have some singles and we have some pullouts. But the ideal for those of you who are doing creative and crafting projects, you just need 7 and you'll get the whole place. Because 7 to 8. And the innkeeper, you're going to want an innkeeper there while you're there. So they're not there to join your party. They don't want to. They don't want to participate. They're not supposed to do that. But the innkeeper being there, I'll tell you what an innkeeper does. They are your backup on everything. They are someone you can ask questions of. If you are having a retreat with us, you have to pre-book that. You have to give us 60 days notice. You do have to put a down payment down, but the innkeeper knows all of the stuff. So they know what to do if the fire alarms go off. They know what to do if somebody suddenly has a health crisis. They know what to do in lots of situations. But they also know really basic stuff like, is it worth going to the Owl Center? Yes. That answer is yes. Put it on your list. So when you start to think about the things that are here, we're not that far from other items too. So if you're going to have, so I'll look at a quilter's retreat. So if you're coming to quilt, you have 2 giant tables. Those are tables that formally seat 8. So they're long tables. They have a 110-inch tablecloth that fits on them. So, and there are other videos, so you can see that room live, but you can get 8 sewing machines on those tables. They will not break. You can cut on them. You can create on them. And there's right next to those tables is another space to do ironing. And then there's a kitchen right beyond that. So you have access to water. So you have access to the things that you need. Having a kitchen, a place to iron, and then a huge space to just throw everything out, that's just the beginning of awesome. You have rooms that people can kind of run away to. You have free parking. You're in a small town. You have a kitchen to put stuff in. There are 2 different, if you're renting out the whole space, there's 2 different refrigerators. So you can put some things on the 2nd floor and some things on the 1st floor. There is a whole nother gigantic room upstairs to lay things out. There is an entire sunroom to lay things out. So you can truly unfold into everywhere. The decks outside, if you're coming in a warm weather, you can just eat outside. You can leave everything on those tables, and there's enough table space outside to just feed everybody on the porch. So you don't have to feel stuck. Like you don't have to go eating in the kitchen to three people at a time. You do get to just go, well, let's have coffee out on the deck. There's also a stargazer's deck in the back. So some people may want to just sit outside and watch the stars or smoke a cigarette that they can smoke outside the house. There's no smoking in the house. There's no vaping in the house. It's an old house. We do encourage you to take off your shoes while you're there, especially if you're going to kind of like dig in with your project, that we would just encourage everybody just bring some slippers and enjoy that, because they're also vintage carpets. The I think the best part of it is that you'll get to feel away. And it's really noticeable energetically when you walk into the space that the prosperity model is there, that you can feel all of the good energy. It is there. The house is cleaned. We are in an Amish community, so some of you may choose to go out and see the Amish community. There's a lot of times Mary is our housekeeper. And so when you're there for a week, she's just going to clean at the end and the very beginning. So you'll want to, as the person who's having that retreat, manage your garbage. You'll want to manage not having all this plastic around, that it is really hard on our community for you to just load up with garbage. So you want to think about, putting together ways for people to not carry all this plastic, not have all these to-go containers, that you want to kind of figure out how to be trash friendly. And in our tiny little community, trash is a problem and plastic is a problem. So you want to also make it easier on Mary because she gets paid per room to clean. But one of the things that being a heritage site is it is being aware of how we can collaborate with the community, being the community that it is. So really, kitty corner from us is a company that makes lefse chips. So go over and buy some and enjoy that. There's somebody that can come to you and do a talk. There's people that can do lots of things, or you can just commune in and enjoy yourselves. There is plenty to do. Lanesboro is around the corner. Houston is around the corner with the Owl Center. It's worth it. It's worth it. So there's so much to do. There's so much to do. So you can have ice cream, you can go bowling, you can do stuff, or you can just enjoy the people that you love. And for those of you who are doing quilts or crafts, things like that, we have the tools for you. So bring your stuff. You can lug it all up there. And that main space is on the first floor. And we have a ramp. So you can put it all, you can stand out in the street. No one's going to run you over. You can load all of that into one of those giant carts, and you can wheel it up the ramp into the house. And it's on the first floor. So it's not a drag problem at all. You can wheel your machines in. The thing that we ask is that you enjoy it, that you help us along, that we are there to co-create. So we are a prosperity business model. Prosperity is the ability to magnify. What do we magnify from? We magnify from love. We magnify from building community. We magnify from co-creating and building partnerships. So what does that mean to you? It means that we really want you to come back. We really want to be your annual trip. We really want you to enjoy your time so much that you'll book for next year right away. And that's the joy. So there is a fee to come down. Again, I wrote it down so I wouldn't forget to talk about that. We open our books 60 days at a time. You can book a full year in advance, but in order to us to hold your booking, you have to put a down payment down. And that down payment, while it is not refundable, it is redoable. So what that means is that if you're having if you want to do 3 days and you want the most affordable rate, and you're just coming down with all your friends and you're going to rent out the whole space, I would do a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday, because the rooms are the least expensive. It's the least busy around there. And it just is lovely. So if you are doing a 3-day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday is when I would do. The rooms turn on Monday. So Monday all day during the day, we are cleaning, and that's when our Amish community is in changing all the rooms over. So we don't have an early check-in on a Monday. So if you want to check in early to get ready for everybody else, you should come on Sunday so your room is ready. Then you can greet all your guests until all the rooms are ready. If you want a 5-day retreat, the down payment is $700 to hold. Again, if your date changes, no problem. We'll just move it for you. That is not a problem. And if you're doing a 7-day, then it's a $1,500. And a 7-day for us is like, that's a lot. So that's why it's a larger hold. But again, it's 60 days in advance. If you are looking to change the date, we'll just move it with you. If it's 60 days and we can open up that space and resell it, we'll just give you your money back. So give yourself lots of wiggle room on how to create. For a 3-day event, a $500 down payment while you think about your idea, boy, that's not hard to do. So you should book early. And booking early, you have to call us. You have to tell us, my name is Miss Mickey. So you can just be like, Miss Mickey told me to call. Marge will pick up the phone. Marge always picks up the phone. And just tell her, look, I saw the video on Miss Mickey, and this is what she said. These are the dates I'm looking for. Are they available? And those dates frequently are available only by the innkeeper. So just hoping that you'll all get the same space will never work, because this inn has been here for a long time. So there's people booking that also fell in love with this inn from all of the innkeepers before us. So we are looking to co-create with you. So think about it. Put it on the schedule. If you want to have a girlfriend weekend, then do it. If you want to have a creative weekend, do it. If you want to have a week of journaling, do it. That it's a small space that is so incredibly spacious. So there's lots of other videos so you can tour the rooms, you can see what the space looks like. And there are only, I think there's out of 52, I think there's 17 weeks that are not available, but the other ones can be. So we want to partner with you, and we want to see all your projects, and we want you doing selfies, and we want you in there having a wonderful time. We want you to be a little bit too loud with your friends, and we want you to laugh till midnight and all of the things that gathering does, because that space was meant for that. That space was really meant to be with loving people and loving voices and to have a wonderful time in. So again, the link is there. If you are considering coming, if you're just like, I don't know, I wonder if it's going to be great, and you put your deposit down, we will allow you to come and spend a night to just make sure at a reduced rate. So you can just come and pay the cleaning fee. And that's the honor that we give to the Amish community, is that we make sure that they are paid. And you partnering with us helps create that viable lifestyle. So not only are we just saying, hey, we're some retreat center, we're not. We're not some retreat center. We are a prosperity model that truly works in a way that is unique, that we are there to make sure that the innkeeper can profit, that the business itself can profit, that the community can profit, that the way of life can be held. So for the Amish to be able to have a job, and for you to be able to thrive, and all of the people that you bring in to thrive. So think about it, but don't think too long, because that will work. This is our first season in for us is 2024. So we're going to build partnerships, and we're going to build friendships with people just like you. And we want you to come in and enjoy what we are in love with. And we are in love with heritage spaces, getting away, having a small town, and being able to rent the whole place, to do the things that are important to you. And so some people are renting it out in season because they want to have a bike trip with all their friends, because the bike trail's right outside our door. That when it's off season, people are coming in to be cozy, to have a warm, yummy space to be with their friends and get away from the cold. So there's lots of opportunity here for you. And I hope I get to see you. Maybe I'll get to be your innkeeper when you're there. That would be fun. So I hope to see you soon. Call the inn, information below, and we'll see you at the inn.